This rising arrives like a candle flame in the dark, steady, quiet, unshaken. The soul has spoken in a whisper only you could hear. You are already home in yourself. No frantic searching. No chasing what is already within. The currents of space weather hum in soft agreement. Geomagnetic conditions rest in a mild state. Solar winds flowing steadily, like a breath being held in between worlds. We are given this gentle start to remember alignment is not something you earn. It's something you allow. Today's dawn invites you to walk in the assurance that your inner ground cannot be stolen and your truth cannot be silenced. The sun is high. So is our awareness. Going on into the midday, you may feel the hum of possibility. The final whisper still echoes. Your soul is your compass, and it never points away from love. Here is where our choices carry the most magic. Not in grand gestures, but in the decision to keep our hearts clean of bitterness. Not in avoiding or running from the shadow, but in walking through it without letting it stain our vision. This is where you learn that patience is not waiting. It's trusting. Trust has a frequency strong enough to bend timelines back into our favor. Everything slows like a tide pulling back into the deep, going on into the evening. That soul whisper became our own inner voice. We carry it like a talisman, not for display, but for use. This is the hour to loosen your grip on what you cannot move and hold instead the things you can. Your peace, your presence, and your prayers. Let the night wrap around you, not as a shield, but more like a companion that already knows you are untouchable in the ways that matter most. For when the soul speaks its last word for the day, it's not an ending. Only the soft promise that it will rise with you again. The softest summon greets us not with a shout, but with the quietest of invitations. The final whisper from the soul is rarely loud, because it knows you've already heard it 1,000 times, in dreams, and in those pauses. The way that our heart chakra region tightens up when we're out of alignment. Today, rise to listen not with your ears, but with your entire being. And in this listening, you may notice the whisper is not telling you what to do. It's telling you what to be. It's a reminder that our presence itself is a message. Our light doesn't need a stage. It only asks of sincerity. And as these solar winds brush the earth with gentle streams, the magnetic field is steady enough to give us the space for this inward hearing. Hear it, breathe it, embody it. The whisper is no longer content to rest in the background. It nudges our steps. It weaves into our choices. Yes, it weaves us into our choices. We'll find it in the kindness we choose over the sharp word. In the decision to pause before reacting, in the urge to extend our hand instead of folding our arms. That is the moment to answer. To take what our soul's been trying to tell us and let it be expressed through action. when the sun is high, charging the air with a sharper clarity. With it comes the courage to follow through, even if it's uncomfortable, even if no one else sees it. Because this isn't about being noticed. It's about being aligned. And we are aligned with our purpose. Right here, right now. And as night falls and the whisper becomes that thread that stitches our day into the fabric of life, you look back, not to judge, but to trace the line between the morning's listening and the choices we made. And maybe, just maybe, realize that whisper was not a finality at all. It was simply eternal. It's been with us since before breath, and will remain long after the stars we see tonight are gone. So you lie down knowing you've carried its message well today. Honored it by being exactly who you were meant to be. In that truth. In that love. In that quiet strength. And as your head rests, that whisper curls up in our chest again, ready to greet you tomorrow, not with urgency, but with this steady patience of the soul. And I want to thank you so very much for listening, as that is the conclusion to this message. Thank you, thank you, thank you, with much gratitude. Multiversal soul, familia, from my heart chakra to yours. Brightest of blessings.